I still keep the keys on the hook by the door, but I don't know what I'm unlocking anymore. The curtains are open, the garden is grown, but the air in the kitchen feels brittle and lone. The kettle is whistling to an empty hallway. I've got plenty of space, but no reason to stay, 'cause it's just a house, and it's not a home. Just four walls of echo and polished up chrome. I'm pacing the hallways of a life we once built, under the weight of the silence and guilt. The roof keeps the rain out, the windows are clear, but the heart of the structure disappearing with dear. Yeah, it's just a house, and I'm just a ghost living here. The side of the closet is a vacuum of light, a hollowed out canyon in the middle of the night. I've got a roof and a floor and a bed and a chair, but the wheel of the story is no longer there. It's a beautiful shell, it's a well-painted lie, a place for a memory with a ribbon dye. You can't build a hearth out of wood and of stone. The fire you started has left you alone. I'm a tenant of shadows, I'm paying the rent on a dream that was broken, a life that was spent. Turn off the light, lock up the gate. It's just a house, and it is far too late. I pulled the shoebox down from the top of the shelf, a little piece of torture I saved for myself. The ribbon is frayed and the edges are torn, the paper is tired, the phrases are worn. I held them so tight that the sweat from my palms is turning off forever in a desperate song. Now it's just splitting ink on old letters, breaking the bond of our words for betters. The I love yous are running in rivers of blue, blurred like the vision I had of me and you. The words are all drowning, they're losing the fight, just stains on a page in the middle of night. The ink is still wet, like I haven't quite finished losing you yet. I'm watching the always dissolve into gray, a smudge on a sentence where you begged me to stay. The more that I touch slow motion wash out a chemical leak. The language is failing, it's too tired to speak. You can't read the promise through the mess of the tear. You can't find the hope through the salt and the fear. I'm holding a ghost with a stain indigo hand, watching the ink run like hourglass and smearing the lights, losing the light. Just blue on the paper, black in the night. The ink is bleeding, and I'm still receding. I see a flicker in the corner of my eye, a silhouette of us just passing by. I ran to the window, I ran to the street, but the pavement is empty beneath my feet. The sun is too bright and the edges are blurred. I'm hunting for ghost and a ghost of a word. I'm chasing a shadow through an alley of gray, trying to catch what's already moved away. You're a trick of the light, you're a bend in the road, a story that's finished but never was told. I'm reaching for darkness, I'm grasping at air. I'm following someone who's never quite there. Every coat on a stranger, every head in the crowd makes me wanna scream your name out loud. I'm a detective of heartbreaks, following leads that end in the dirt and the overgrown weeds. I'm miles behind you, or maybe you're gone, and I'm just a fool who keeps wandering on. If I catch you, what then? Is it just more regret, or the cold realization that you're easy to forget? But the shadow keeps moving, it's faster than me, leading me back to who I used to be. Turn the corner, empty space. I can't even recall your face, just the outline, just the shade, air, watching the shadow slowly fade. I rolled to the left just to find the divide, the desert of cotton where you used to hide. The furnace is humming, the thermostat's high, but I'm shivering under a mid-July sky. I'm tracing the wrinkles, the maps where we lay, before you packed up and you headed away. Now it's just cold sheets and empty promises, counting the lies like I'm counting the stitches. The linen is freezing, the fabric is stone, a king-size reminder that I'm all alone. You swore that the fire would never go out. Now I'm drowning in frost and I'm shaking with doubt. Just cold sheets and the hollow where your heart used to be. But the thread count is thin where the lonely sets in. I'm wrapping the duvet around like a shroud to muffle the silence that's screaming too loud. Every forever you whispered in bed is a stain on the pillowcase under my head. They say time heals the break and it warms up the room, but it feels like I'm sleeping inside of a tomb. The laundry smells fresh like a brand new regret, but the side where you slept hasn't softened up yet. Reach out, nothing I should sink in cold sheets. Empty bed just like every word you said. Calendars turn, but I'm stuck on the page where the heat of the summer felt more like a cage. We were lightning in battle, we were fire in the grass, never thinking the seasons would ever just pass. Now the air's turning crisp and the shadows are long, and the cricket's low hum is a funeral song with just the dying embers of June fading away under a harvest moon. The glow's getting dim and the smoke's getting thin. I'm shivering now where your touch used to skin. We burned so bright, but we burned out too soon. Now we're nothing but the dying embers of June. I'm kicking the ashes to find one last spark, something to guide me home through the dark. But the wood is all spent and the ground has turned cold. A story of silver that didn't turn gold. The solstice is over, the lights on the run, and I'm left with the ghost of a midsummer sun. Summer is a liar with a beautiful face, promises warmth and leave without a trace. Now the frost is moving in to claim the remains of the fire we built to hide all our pains. Cold ash, gray sky, watching It ended too soon. I'm holding the plastic like a holy relic. The dial tone is cold and the hum is metallic. I went to the archives, I dug through the years to the sound of a voice that could quiet my fears. I pressed play on a message from 3 winters back and watch the whole world fade away into black. It's the echoes of a dead phone call bouncing around off the cracks in the wall. You're saying my name like you're still in the room, but you're just a ghost in a digital tomb. The signal is distorted, the connection is frayed. I'm talking to a memory that's starting to fade, just a wire and a whisper. The echoes of a dead phone call. You're laughing at something I can't quite recall. Before we were ruins, before the great fall. I wanna say wait, but the tape doesn't care that it's already late. I'm chasing your breath through the copper and light until the battery dies in the middle of the night. Are you there, you asked, and the silence replied. A decade of distance since the day that we died. I'm nodding my head to a voice in the air, but I'm shouting at circuits and nobody's there. Click, static, the line is dead, but I can still hear every word you said. Echoes, just echoes. I opened the drawer just to find a stray shirt, a fabric reminder of how much I hurt. I caught a straight thread and I pulled at the seam, and out fell a memory, out fell a dream. It's heavy, it's floral, it's thick in the air. I turned around to see you, but no one was there. It's the ghost of your perfume haunting the sheets, the scent that's too bitter, a sting that's too sweet, lingering in every corner of home, reminding me why I'm so damn alone. I'm breathing in shadows, I'm choking on a lace. I can't scrub the smell of you out of this place. the vanilla and salt. I'm trapped in a bottle and it's all my fault. I should open the windows and let it all out, but I'm scared of the silence, I'm scared of the doubt. If the fragrance dissolves and you're finally gone, and I'm just a man waiting here for the dawn. It's a chemical heartbreak, a punch to the chest, the one part of you that refuses to rest. It hits me at midnight, it finds me at noon. Gone from the hallway, but stayed in the room. Just a trace on the pillow, just a mist in the hall. I'm inhaling the ghost until there's nothing at The piano is dusty, the bench is a ghost, the melody's dying, we're fading in moves. I struck a chord just to see if it rang, but the hammer is stuck on a rusted out string. It's a low, heavy hum that won't ever resolve, watching the ghost of our music dissolve. 'Cause goodbye is a long note, a never-ending frequency, droning through all of the space you left next to me. It's a sustained vibration, a pull in the chest, a song that refuses to finally rest. I'm waiting for silence, I'm waiting for fine, but goodbye is a long note that's blurring the light. Just a hum in the wire, a slow burning fire. Most people think it's a door being slammed, a quick it is over, a soul being damned. But I'm hearing the resonance day after day, the trail of the always you threw all away. It's the tale of the echo, the ring in the ear, the sound of a person who's no longer here. When does the sound finally sink in the floor? When does the vibration not hurt anymore? The pedal is down and the tension is high, and I'm drowning in one single endless goodbye. Listen, it's still ringing. Faintly, slowly. Goodbye. Goodbye. The blue eyes heart is burning, a hole in my palm, while I'm drowning in digital quiet and calm. I watch those three dots dance and then disappear, like a ghost in the machine, like my greatest fear. I gave you my lungs in a paragraph text. Now I'm just gasping, wondering what's next. I'm left on red, left for dead in the glow of a screen that won't tell me what I need to know. Two little checks turned a cold shade of blue. Now I'm just a skeleton waiting for you. You killed the connection, you pulled on the thread. Now I'm haunted and hollow, just left on red. I'm scrolling back up to the forever we spoke, searching for where the transmission first broke. Was it a word or the weight of the air? Or did you just wake up and decide not to care? The batteries die and the signal is weak, but the silence you send in is all that can speak. Don't bury me here in the scene at 2 a.m. between the hello and the never again. If you're gonna leave, then just finish the job. Don't leave me hanging on a digital sob. Checking the time, tracking the light. Still blue, still quiet, still dead, still dead. We built a cathedral out of notebook lines, with careful cursive and forever signs. I thought it was stone, I thought it was steel, but it's funny how fragile a promise can feel. One heavy rain, one gust of the truth, and I'm holding the scraps of our misspent youth. We're just paper thin hearts in a hurricane wind, tearing at the edges where we used to be pinned. One little fold and the structure just breaks, falling like confetti from all our mistakes. You can't keep a pulse when narrow is sank. We were destined to crumble, destined to sink, just paper. And I'm tearing apart. For substance, I'm looking for weight, but your liar's a feather, and it's getting too late. A paper cut soul in a cardboard goodbye. I'm watching our history blow through the sky. You're easy to burn, you're easy to shred, leaving me with the blank pages instead. Don't try to tape it, don't try to glue. There's no fixing the holes that I'm seeing in you. Now I can see right through the hollowed out version of me in a view. Fold it up, toss it away. We were only embers stitching the gray. Paper thin, so thin. I'm sweeping the floor where the picture frame fell, digging up pieces of our heaven and hell. The glass is like diamonds are glittering less, reflecting the parts of a life we possess. I'm trying to fit all the edges back tight, but the puzzle is jagged and nothing feels right. Now we're just shards of us, scattered and shortcut in the strings of a broken down heart. 1,000 little splinters in the soles of my feet, the wreckage of something that used to be sweet. I'm bleeding in colors I don't wanna see, from the shards of the person you used to be. And we're shattered and the pieces don't matter. I see my reflection passion in a sliver of blue, cut right down the middle, away from the you. One piece is a Sunday, one piece is a fight, one piece is the way that you looked in the light. But you can't glue a mirror and expect it to show a face that was half your lifetime ago. Watch where you step, watch where you breathe. There's glass in the air every time that you leave. It's a minefield of memories, a crystalline floor, and I can't sweep it under the rug anymore. Careful now, don't touch the edge. We're just the fragments on the windowsill ledge. Shards of us, nothing but shards. I'm holding my breath just to hear my own heart. But the walls are so thick, they're pulling apart. I used to complain that you talked way too much. Now I'm starving for a sound, I'm starving for touch. The clock on the mantle is ticking like lead, counting the words that we should have just said. Silence is a heavy room. It's a hollowed out canyon. It's a quiet tomb. It's pressing on my shoulders till I'm down on my knees, searching for a whisper in the dead of the breeze. You took all the music and you left me the gloom. No, silence is a heavy, heavy room. Silence is a heavy, heavy room. I dropped a glass in the kitchen today just to hear something break, just to wash it away. A crash was a comfort, a scream in the dark, but it died in the second it didn't leave a spark. Now it's just me in the four corners of gray, watching the quietness get in the way. It's got a way you can't see, it's got a ghost you can't fight. It's the sound of the stars burning out in the night. I give all I own for a slam of the door. Anything's better than this peace anymore. So heavy, so still. If the quiet doesn't kill me, the memory will. Silence, just a heavy room. Silence is a heavy room. I still walks up past your door at night. Habits of ghosts that won't leave the light. The floorboards still creaks where you used to stand, but reaching out for a phantom hand. And the silence is louder than we ever were. A blur of the moments I'm forced to endure. Now it's just static in the hallway, a hum in the dark where your laugh used to be. White noise drowning up the always, the echoes of you getting further from me. I'm tuning the dial, but the signal is dead. Just a hollow frequency inside of my head. Now it's just static I'm shivering in the cold instead. Your coat's on the hood, like you're coming back, but the dust on the collar is starting to stack. I try to play back the tapes of your voice, but the tape ran thin. I didn't have a choice. Now I love you is grainy and low, a flicker of signal I have to let go. It's the sound of the space you left behind, a glitch in the heart, a crack in the mind. I'm screaming your name into empty air, but there's no one home and there's no one there. It's just static in the hallway, a hum in the dark where your laugh used to be. White noise drowning out the always, the echoes of you getting further from me. I'm tuning the dial, but the signal is dead, just a hollow frequency inside of my head. Shh, can you hear it? The sound of us fading out, just snow on the screen, just a shadow of a dream. Static, nothing but static. The hostess didn't ask, she already knew to take away the setting that belonged to you. I'm staring at the candle, watching wax turn to gray, while the couples at the bar look the other way. The silver is cold and the water is flat. I'm a king of a kingdom where I used to sit at. It's a table for one at midnight, under the neon in the dim house light. I'm ordering for two just to feel the ghost, raising a glass for a silent toast. The chair across from me is heavy with air, just a hollow space where you used to be there. Now I'm dining with shadows and losing the fight at a table for one at midnight. I see your favorite drink on the waiter's tray, and I almost reach out, but I look away. The music is jazz, but it sounds like a wake, and the bread on the plate is too heavy to break. I'm checking my watch just to count down the pain, while the world goes on turning outside in the rain. Don't ask if I'm waiting, don't ask if I'm fine. I'm just finishing yours and then finishing mine. The check comes for both and I pay for the lie that I'm not just a man waiting here for a goodbye. Keep the change, keep the seat, I'll just walk home on these empty streets. Table for one, just one. watch the porch light turn into a spark, and a flicker of gold swallowed up by the dark. My foot's on the gas, but my heart's in the drive, just trying to feel like I'm coming alive. The highway is humming a low, lonesome tune under the eye of a cold white moon. And there go the tears in the rearview mirror. The faster I run, the less it gets clearer. I'm blurring the lines and I'm shaking the wheel, trying to outdrive the way that I feel. Every mile is a memory I'm leaving it behind, but I can't check the glass without losing my mind. Just salt on the cheek and a ghost on the road, carrying the weight of a heavy dead load. The skyline is shrinking, a jagged old line of a city that used to be yours and be mine. I see a silhouette in the red of the brakes, a shimmering vision of all my mistakes. The road signs are screaming the distance to go, but the further I get, the more that I know. I could drive till the ocean, I could drive till the end, but the horizon is just a corner I can't bend. The man in the mirror is a stranger tonight, chasing the dark and escaping the light. Keep driving, don't look back. The taillights are bleeding into the black, just tears in the glass. Watching it pass, watching it pass. I'm taking the pictures down one by one, not all at once, till the damage is done. I'll leave the nail in the wall for a week, a tiny iron mountain for the secrets we speak. I'm clearing the shelf, but I'm keeping the dust, a slow motion funeral for everything. It's the art of letting go slowly, so I don't catch the bends from the lonely. I'm peeling the tape, I'm unbinding the thread, 1 inch of life for every word that you said. It's a long distance walk through a house made of glass, waiting for the shadows of forever to pass. Yeah, I'm learning the art of breaking my own heart slowly. I deleted your number, but I know it by heart, so I'm erasing the digits, just the final part. Tomorrow I'll think of your name and I'll wince, but I haven't been able to do it quite since. I'm weaning my soul off the drug of your grace, moving the furniture to fill up the space. If I do it too fast, I might go up in flames. If I do it too slow, I'll keep calling your name. It's a delicate balance of grief and design, drawing the border, reclaiming what's mine. One box in the hall, one foot out the door. I don't think I love you as much as before. Just a little less today, just a little more away. The art of letting go. I keep it locked in a frame in the back of my mind. The one piece of us that I didn't leave behind. The sun was just hitting the gold in your eyes before we were buried in ifs and in whys. You look so immortal, you look so at peace, before the long winter and the sudden release. It's the last time I saw you smile. I've been living in that second for a weary while, before the corners turned down and the fire went gray, before we ran out of the things we could say. I'm holding that image like a flickering spark, a match I keep lighting a ward off the dark, just a ghost of a grin before the ending began. Now when I see you, the light is all gone, like a city at midnight that's waiting for dawn. Your mouth is a line and your eyes are a wall, and I can't find the person I knew at the fall. So I close my lids tight just to bring back the glow of the version of you that I used to know. It wasn't goodbye, it wasn't a plea, it was just a small moment of you loving me. I didn't know then it was the end of the line, that the grace in that look would no longer be mine. Flashbulb memory fading to white. I'll keep that smile to get through the night, the very last one, before we were done. I'm staring at the cursor, the blinking white line, waiting for a period never was mine. We left off at a comma, or maybe if. Now the air in the room is getting heavy and stiff. I've got drawers full of scraps and half-written notes, a harbor of sinking in a skeleton boat. It's the weight of the unfinished sentences, the I was gonna say and the never minds. I'm choking on all of these pretenses while I'm reading back through the lines. You left the book open, but you walked out the door. Now I'm grammar and dust on a hardwood floor, just a page turned to stone and a story that ends with me on my own. That I love you, but it's still hanging in the air like a question you asked that was never quite fair. I try to find the words to fill in the blank, but I'm drawing a zero and my heart already sank. It's a dialogue broken, a frequency cut, a window left open that I'll never quite shut. No closure, no period, no final goodnight, just a mid-sentence flicker and a loss of the light. How do I breathe when the sentence is stuck? How do I leave when I'm out of luck? Dark, dark, that's all I've got. Any lips in the dark, a missing spark. The end, but not. The storm finally broke about an hour ago. Now the world's moving on, but I'm moving slow. I'm leaning my forehead against the cold pane, watching the tracks of the hurricane rain. The sky is a bruise that's beginning to fade, but I'm still stuck here in the mess that we made. I'm just watching the rain dry, one drop at a time, waiting for reason, waiting for rhyme. It's the slowest of heartaches, the longest goodbye, like waiting for clouds to give back the sky. The water is vanishing, leaving a stain while I'm trying to wash you out of my brain, just watching the rain dry and wondering why. clearing out. Not a cloud left to worry about. Just the sun and the dry and the I try to scrub the ink off the back of my hand where you wrote down a number I don't understand. But the harder I rub, the more it turns red. A deep shade of purple for the things that you said. It's not just a word or a sound in the air. It's a mark that I'm forced to continuously wear. Oh, your name is a bruise on the side of my soul. A tender reminder of losing control. I touch it at night just to feel if it's gone. But it's black and it's blue, and it's lingering on a colorful lake where the heart used to be. The mark of the way that you collided with me. I hear it in line at the grocery store, and I have to lean back till I find a door. It's a dull, heavy throb underneath the skin. Whenever I think of the could have been, it doesn't bleed out. No, it stays deep inside, a secret in color I'm trying to hide. They say that they fade, that the yellow will show until there is nothing but skin left to know. But every vibration of every last breath is just pushing the pigment closer to death. Or to the touch hurts just as much. Your name, a bruise, and I'm no